Hi friends, Nancy Novak here. Welcome to my Facebook Live. And yes, I know it's a different night for me. It's Tuesday, not Wednesday. But I was gone for a while and somebody wanted my Wednesday time slot. And so since currently I'm not working, every night's the same to me. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm just happy that you're here with me tonight. So if you're watching live, please say hi. Pop in your comments there. And if you're watching on replay, please type in replay and I'll be sure to acknowledge you when I see your comment. So tonight I am going to be using a few products out of the new mini catalog. I'm going to be using some of the items from the Parisian Blossom Suite. I'm going to be using some of the paper, and I'm going to be using the thinlits, the dies, and what else am I using? The paper, the thinlits, I don't know, we'll have to get into it and I'll let you know everything as we go along. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you that at Stampin' Up! Currently it is celebration time, and that means when you purchase something for $50, you get to pick something new out of the celebration catalog. So I don't want you to forget that, okay? Because that is a big deal. And that's all I wanted to say until we get started, so let's go. So here are my three projects for tonight. I have a pretty card. It's all love themed and gold themed tonight. Then I have the gold pizza box from Stampin' Up! And then I decorated it, so we'll talk about that. And then I have this cute little treat holder, and I put the gold Ferrero Rocher inside there. How simple is that, right? Isn't it cute though? I love it. So we'll start off with the card. So let me bring in my supplies. So I'm using a cherry cobbler cardstock, and this is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and then I scored it at 5 1/2. And then I have a matte piece of the petal pink. That's going to go there. And then I have the basic gray, and I cut out an oval. And I also embossed it with that's the other product, the other Parisian product, is the Parisian embossing folder. I think it's called Flourish. I'll have to double check on that. So that's the three products that I'm using from the Parisian stamp set, from the Parisian suite. So here are the dies. Aren't they cool? And this is the one that I used tonight to cut out this pretty gold Eiffel Tower. So that's one of the other things that's going on our card. And I also used the Amour die right here, and that's cherry cobbler. So basically I did this work ahead of time so you didn't have to watch me bring in my big shot and try to put all these things together. It just shakes the table and it's kind of chaotic. But if you need more direction on this, I would be happy to talk to you about it. But it's so simple. You basically lay the die on your piece of cardstock and you run it through your cutting machine or your pressing machine, and voila, it comes out all cut and pretty for you. And then you just kind of poke out the extra pieces and release it, and it comes right out. So I'm using my little paper snips here to release it. That's why I didn't want to do the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower had so many little pieces, it would have taken me a little bit of time to release all of those little pieces of paper. So this one's taken me long enough, right? So there, I loosened it up. I'm just helping it release with my little paper snips. As long as you release it, it's going to come out pretty darn easy. There is also a little tool that Stampin' Up! Sells that I sometimes use depending on how many cards I'm making at once. But for tonight, I just use my little paper snips there. So let me just get this out of the way, clean up my area. So we're going to be using that. And then I have a piece of the Parisian Blossoms Designer Series paper. This is the petal pink with the pretty gold, or actually I think this is champagne foil, champagne color. Looks like gold, so that's why I put it with my gold. And this is going to be for the inside. So don't worry about the sizes that I'm using tonight. Don't worry about the colors, because I'm going to have all of that on my blog in a little bit. So all you have to do is pop over to my blog, www.stampandshout.com. I'll have pictures of tonight's projects, and I will have all the sizes and dimensions. And if you want to shop, I'm going to have clickable shopping links for all the items that we're using tonight. So this is a no stamping card. We're going to stamp the sentiment inside, but pretty much all the projects tonight are no stamping. So that's a little bit different. So we're just going to put our card pieces together. First thing I'm going to do is put this on the back of my little basic gray embossed cardstock. And let's see here, I got so many glues. I'm going to put some glue right around the... All right, let's get another glue. There we go. So I'm going to put glue right around the oval so I can adhere the pretty designer series paper. That's on the back of that gray piece. So see what that looks like. Then I'm going to put the gray piece on the petal pink matte piece. And then I'm going to adhere that, but I'm going to put all my other pieces together. I'm going to put my Eiffel Tower on, and to do that I just put glue on the big spots of that die cut. And that's all you need. It's going to stick. Don't worry about that. So I'm going to put this on our matte piece here. Fits perfectly. And I'm going to do the same thing with our Amour die cut. I'm going to add some glue. I'm going to make sure I have some on each edge. And I think I got a little bit too heavy with the glue, so I'm just going to wipe a little bit off with a piece of scrap. I'm going to angle that right in the middle of my card. Okay, and then I cut a flower out of my Magnolia Lane Designer Series paper. I just thought that was a nice little accent. And I'm just going to glue that down. And lay it right here in the corner of my card. Now I'm going to pop this whole piece up onto my card base. So I'm going to bring in my dimensions. So actually I guess it's kind of good that I'm not doing my Facebook Live tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to the dentist and I'm going to have the fun of getting a crown, and it's going to be on a back tooth, so that's going to be extra fun for him to work on the back of my mouth, putting a crown on. So I guess it's a good thing I'm not doing a Facebook Live tomorrow. Okay, that just added a little slight element there by popping that up. And now I'm going to do the inside. I'm going to stamp a sentiment that is from the stamp set called Forever Blossoms. And I'm going to use the stamp Always and Forever. And I'm going to use my cherry cobbler ink. Oh, I think I got too heavy there. I'm going to do that again, a little bit lighter. We'll see how that goes. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, Stampin' Up! Has the best stamps with the prettiest font. Oh, they're like no-fail stamps. Beautiful. So can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? So I'm just going to glue that on the inside of my card. Very elegant looking. Okay, so that is a very, very simple card to make, but isn't it just beautiful and elegant? I love it. And of course, they're always so pretty in person, so you guys really, really got to try this. Okay, on to our next project. And I think we'll make the pizza box. So we'll bring in my supplies for that. So of course I have Stampin' Up's gold foil pizza box. And I have a scrap of the pretty designer series paper, Parisian designer series paper, Parisian Blossoms, and a piece of gold foil. And I also used the heart doilies. And I have a piece of petal pink and a piece of cherry cobbler that I ran through the Parisian Flourish embossing folder. So that embossing folder is gorgeous. I just love embossing folders. They're so simple to use, right? And they add so much. So I am going to start off by, since I have it right here in front of me, I'm going to adhere these two pieces together. Put this right on this matte piece, like that. Then I'm going to bring in my heart punches and my doilies. So the doilies come in Flirty Flamingo and Real Red, and I'm going to use the back, the other side, so I'm going to use the white. So you got three choices. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to bring in my scalloped heart punch. So this is another product that Stampin' Up! Just brought out in the new mini catalog. You get them as a set, and it's a scalloped heart and a smooth heart, and they fit inside each other. So it's really cool, really cool. So I'm just going to punch out a scalloped heart in gold. Then I'm going to bring in my designer series paper, and I'm going to punch out the smooth heart. I love punches, love them. So I'm just going to adhere these three pieces together. I'm going to use my Tombow glue. And since that's foil, I think I'm going to adhere this with my glue dots. I think I'll get a better connection that way. So I'm going to put some glue dots on the back of this designer series paper heart. And that'll be perfect for attaching it to that gold foil. Okay. So now I'm going to pop that up with dimensions. I think 3 will do it on this big doily. Put that right there. Then I made a little bow earlier, and this ribbon is so pretty. This is the metallic edge ribbon, and it's in the petal pink, and it has just a real pretty gold edge to it. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Very easy to work with. So again, I'm just going to attach that with a glue dot. Now, all we have to do is make our box, our pizza box. And so whenever you make boxes, it really, really makes a difference if you crease the edges really well by using your bone folder. So I am just going to do that real quick. Fold everything up and give everything a good crease. So again, celebration, I think that's one of my favorite times. You get so many free things out of that celebrate, well, at least I do. I love Stampin' Up! Products, and I look forward to celebration because I can get all those fun free products. You get stamps, you get paper. Really nice. Okay, watch how simple this is. We're going to fold in the sides. Got a little extra tab there. I'm going to fold in the sides and take the front piece and push it down, and it just locks right in there. These boxes are nice because they're waxed inside, so you can put cookies right in here. You can put little cakes in here, or you can wrap them up, of course, in your little cellophane baggie, or you can add your candies, or you can add pre-made cards, little 3x3 cards. They fit perfectly in here. So there's a lot to do. You can do with these little pizza boxes. So there you go. How simple was that? That was very simple. So now I'm going to put some dimensions on the back of that piece that we just decorated. And again, how simple was this? But gorgeous, right? We'll just pop that up on dimensions. So if you are here, say hi. I don't like to be alone while I'm making all my fun projects. I'm just going to pop that right in the center. And again, don't worry about the sizes. Just visit my blog and I'll have all that information for you. So there's our second project. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Okay, on to this. You guys are going to love this. Love, love, love it. Because it's so simple. We love simple stuff, don't we? And there, that's a little heart. It's holding our Ferrero Rocher. How do you guys say that? Okay, so I have a piece of designer series paper, and again, I'm using the same type of designer series paper from the Parisian Blossoms, and this is 1 1/4 by 11 inches, and I put 2 tiny strips of the tear and tape on one end, and I am just going to fold this in half. Give it a little crease, and then I'm going to take off that tear and tape, and I'm going to match the edges like that, okay? So again, I'm just gonna put the right sides together. I'm gonna match up the bottom. And there's our heart. How simple was that, right? Okay, but we need to make a little tiny box to hold our Ferrero Rocher. So for that, I have a piece of Petal Pink, and that's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. And I'm just going to score it at a 1/2 inch on every edge. So just like that, 1/2 inch. That's it. So we're just making basically a box bottom. So just going to use my bone folder to crease all those little score marks. So we have a nice clean, nice edge. Then I'm going to snip up there and there, right on the score mark, and then do the opposite side. Right across, we're going to do the same thing. Easy peasy. Okay? Then I'm going to bring my tear and tape in. And I'm going to put tear and tape on each corner. So that's it. I'm going to be really bummed if I move to Tuesday nights and no one's here with me. Okay, so now we're just going to put our box together. I'm going to take off, peel that layer off the tear and tape. Might as well take them all off while I'm doing it, right? Okay, so now we're just going to take those little tabs and fold them to the inside and pull up the side like that. Same thing on the other side, just fold those tabs in, and then the bigger piece is going to be the outside. That one I did not fold up very straight. There we go. Okay, that's it. Not going to be too precise with this. It's not going to matter for the inside of our little heart. So this heart, this little box is going to go right on the inside of our heart like that. Okay, and I'm just going to use glue. So I am going to glue the bottom and the side that is touching the heart. Like that. And just fit it right in here. Just put it right up to the edge of your heart. And on the bottom. And it moved. Didn't let it wait, didn't let it sit long enough. I'm gonna bring in my Ferrero Rocher. And I'm going to bring in a glue dot. And I'm going to put a glue dot on the bottom of that. You could use 2 if you want. I think I will. And I'm going to put that right in that box. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? I just love that. I just love this. I did not come up with this idea. I did see it on Pinterest, and I'm sorry I don't know who did it, but I love it, so thank you very much. Isn't that cool? I love it. So easy. So let's see here. Got our pizza box. I'm going to put a nice big cookie inside there and give this to my mom. She will love it. Love it, love it. These are great for co-workers, and unfortunately right now I don't have any co-workers. Like I told you, I'm unemployed right now. So I wish I had my co-workers. I'd love to give that to you. And then of course a very special card for that special person. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed tonight's projects. I really enjoyed showing them to you. And I do this because I do enjoy stamping cards and making projects, and I love sharing it with all of you. So it would really, really mean a lot to me if you have a friend or somebody you know that also would enjoy stamping or learning more about stamping and making projects, and share my video with them. I would love that. I would really, really appreciate that. So as always, contact me with any questions, and until next time, don't be shy. Stamp and shout.